Welcome back to the
Sea Witch and Dr. Doot podcast.
Oh, clap sync. Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2. Episode 2.
Episode 2.
The second episode of the second season of the first podcast by a Sea Witch and Dr. Doot.
Yes, first edition.
First annual podcast.
So, what would you like to talk about in this episode, the second episode of the second season?
In this second episode of the second season of the first Sea Witch and Dr. Doot podcast, I would like
the
to
second
talk
millennia,
about-
the second decade of the second millennia.
We got a couple of topics each that we didn't use last time.
Yep.
We've got coincidence and compass for me,
Oh.
and you've got marriage and VR.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good,
Yeah.
good memory.
Um,
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna ask for coincidence.
All right. So here's the thing, right? I was sitting there yesterday at work on the grind, getting the bread, and I was the person I was working with reminds me a lot of an old friend of mine from Narrabri. Like a lot. I was literally about to tell her that.
Yeah.
Next minute, into my workplace walks that friend from Narrabri that,
What?
Yeah. and I was like, this is literally the weirdest coincidence I've ever had in my entire life. Like, nothing I don't think has ever been more weird than that.
That's
So
crazy.
I was wondering if you had any coincidences like that.
Oh, I definitely have, but I have a
It,
horrible
like-
memory.
Yeah, it threw my whole night off whack because I felt like I'd seen a
Yeah.
ghost. I was just like, what the heck?
Yeah, something like that feeling. It's definitely not a coincidence, but that feeling is definitely what I got the first time me and some of my Narrabri friends went down to my place of birth
Yeah.
and mixed in with my other friends.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
That's
then it
always
was
a
like-
weird feeling.
Yeah, because it's like I had two separate lives that like
Yeah.
never crossed over.
Yeah,
And then now it's like they were, and it was just like broke my head, sort
Yeah.
of. Like, it's kind of weird.
that's so weird.
I haven't really had that here very much,
No,
but yeah, I definitely have had some crazy coincidences, but I just can't remember it.
yeah,
But that is cool.
yeah. It was, yeah. Just like my brain broke.
Did you
for, like,
tell
the whole night.
her?
Yeah,
Like, did that happen? The
yeah.
coincidence
I
happen?
told both.
Oh, yeah,
the
well.
person I was working with and her, because like she came over and said hello to me.
Yeah.
and I was like, this is my friend that reminds me, like, of you a lot. And I was literally just about to tell her that, and then I saw you, and they were like, "Whoa!" And then I told Tom as well afterwards, and he was like, "What?"
What?
It was pretty nuts. Yeah. That's
That's coincidence.
the coincidence of my life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But it was no coincidence that I have purchased myself a VR headset.
That's good.
Segue, do you like
Seg-
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting words all over the place today. I've forgotten at least 4 words.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of words to forget, but that's all right.
Yeah.
It's only the second episode of the second season.
So
We
next,
10 more seasons.
the third episode of the second season of the first Sea Witch and Dr. Doot podcast will be in VR.
Yeah, it'll be in VR. But
That's
I am eagerly awaiting the Zuck to send me his headset.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been very intrigued by VR
Yeah.
for a long time now, but I've always been waiting because it's always like all the
It's
games.
always been sketchy.
Yeah, a
as-
little gimmicky.
Yeah.
But then ever since like you see Half-Life Alex,
you're like, well,
and you're
it's
like,
a video game.
okay, it's sort of a real thing now.
Mm.
And now I feel like it's more taken more seriously by everybody.
Yeah.
Since that game. Like most importantly by developers,
Yeah.
hopefully. So there'll be
Yeah.
like epic games. But I'm just so excited for just the stupid fun to have.
Yeah.
Like I just want to get
I've
in like
never
VR.
I've never actually put one on.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm excited to just
Oh.
chuck it on and see what it's
Oh
like.
yeah. But yeah, I want to try out Minecraft
Mm.
VR. I don't know why. I just want to. punch some wood with my bare hands.
Yeah. Just sounds like a fun time. Just putting on that hat.
Yeah,
Being in the video game.
in the video game. Yeah, I tried it out at a friend of mine, like ages ago.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awesome.
But
And-
you would have had to have like the cameras.
Yeah, there's like the base stations and all this. And then I tried it out another friend's recently who had a headset where there's no base stations, but there's still like a cord
Yeah.
to your computer. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. And I was like, how much was it? I was expecting him to say like a couple of thousand. He's like, oh, like $500. I was like, oh,
All right.
interesting.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice any difference from the others, from like the two I tried. Well, they were like a year
Yeah,
apart,
so
so
it'd be hard
there
to
could be
tell.
heaps of difference, but I just didn't notice. But it was so cool. Like, just there's something about, even if it's got like crappy graphics, just like being like in there is such an insane like
Yeah.
rush that like you think like things that you wouldn't even think twice about while playing a game. Like when you jump off this ledge, like when you do that like in VR, you're like, oh my gosh, and you start to get like vertigo.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn.
it's just cool.
How like crystally does it look? Like what resolution are like the eye?
It depends which
Screens.
ones you get. I think the one I was doing was like 1440 by like
Right. So it's
21 something.
right. Probably. Yeah.
They weren't like the same.
Yeah.
It wasn't 1440 by 2160 like my monitor,
Yeah.
but it was like 1440 by something weird thing.
Yeah. So that's insanely clear for like these tiny little screens.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was no, I didn't notice any
That's
pixels.
crazy. Oh, that's cool.
But I wasn't looking for them either.
Yeah.
I just like put it on, was like, whoa.
That's nuts.
And like just like stupid games that you see people play like Beat Saber,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh yeah, that looks fun.
When's it get here?
Sorry.
Sorry.
it got sent today, I think.
Whoa.
I think it's expected to get here by the 11th.
Right.
Um,
Beat Saber.
Yeah, but Beat Saber, like you see people playing, like, oh yeah, that looks cool. But when you're in it, like you look around and just like the place you're in, like this is like massive. Like this is awesome. Like feels like you're standing like in the middle of like this massive warehouse,
Whoa.
and then you like take it off and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
in my room. But like it's just so much potential
Yeah.
in the VR. Anyway, I'll go back to the headsets.
Yeah.
I'm getting the one, the Quest 2. So it's like an all-in-one sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's got hardware on board, so you can just play it completely wirelessly without any
Yeah.
computer.
Right.
But you can also like plug it into a computer to do it that way too, to get like better.
That's kind of
performance.
cracked that it has onboard hardware.
Yeah, yeah. And it like works quite well. It's just like obviously the graphics aren't as good.
Yeah.
And you can also like do it wirelessly over the internet from your computer to get like
what?
yeah, but obviously I don't think
Yeah.
in Australia it's gonna
Yeah,
work
no.
very well because Australians suck at internet.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be sick though.
but yeah, like I just thought I might as well get the one with like heaps of options because
Yeah.
it was like $500 as well.
Yeah.
I was like, this is kind of cool, and it quickly turned from something where I was like, oh yeah, this will be fun, to like, I can't wait to try
Yeah.
this. I'm so
That's
excited.
exciting.
Yeah, and I've got all these grand visions of like,
Remaking the room in VR.
yeah, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just streaming for like 48 hours straight in VR
You see that
No.
guy who did that for
Yeah.
like 24 hours?
in
or whatever?
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool.
Wait,
That's-
in Minecraft?
yeah, there's one guy that does it for 24 hours straight in Minecraft.
Right.
There's a guy that spent a week.
That's the
In
one
VR,
I'm thinking
straight.
of, I think.
Yeah.
I think he like remodeled his, and I can't remember how he did it, but he made it so like that he could just live his normal life. But
In VR, yeah.
yeah, I think. that's
Yeah,
what
I think
I'm
like his rules he had like a 2-minute time where he could change headsets to go from different
Yeah.
rooms or something.
Right.
But other than that, he was like completely in VR, and he would like close his eyes as much as he could, and then he said like when he would sleep in a VR headset as well,
Yeah.
and like he said after a couple of days, his dreams would all just be in the VR worlds. Like he would dream of like VR menus and like VR stuff to do in VR chat.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and like after he took it off, he's like, "Oh my gosh, the graphics are insane."
That's wild.
But it's just so weird to think of the world we live in
Yeah.
is even capable of that.
Yeah.
Even though, like in the future, you look back at these headsets and be like, "Oh, how disgusting."
Yeah.
But
You did
I'm very
start
excited.
recording video again, didn't you?
I think so. Let's check. Yeah. Still recording? Okay, cool.
Where were we? VR.
VR. That's all I.
Yeah, that's hella exciting.
Yeah.
I'm keen to just like pop it on for and have a gaze,
We'll do
see what it's all about.
a VR Sea Witch and Doctor Doot experience.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even the Sea Witch and Doctor Doot experience. Like, well, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So what was your other thing?
Compass.
Compass.
This one's dumb,
Tell me
but
about
I
it.
got a feeling you'll like it.
Dumb compass.
I got a theory, right? Scientific theory.
Mm.
Many would find this controversial. Many would agree. That's what controversial means, I think. Many would agree, many would disagree.
Yeah,
Some would find it many agreeable, many disagreeable. A compass is a space clock.
A clock.
A compass. A normal clock is a time clock, right?
Yeah.
Compass is a space
Oh,
clock.
space is in like. Yeah, okay. I think that space is in like outer space.
No.
And I was like,
Compass
is
a space clock.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
I'm just dropping that.
That's a lot.
Further evidence. In Minecraft, you craft a compass with 4 iron ingots and redstone dust in the middle. You craft a clock with
gold.
4 gold ingots and redstone dust in
Okay,
the middle.
I wasn't with you before, but after the Minecraft thing, yes. Okay, I'm on board.
Yes. That's... Compass is a space clock. I'm gonna...
Yeah.
I
There's a
will-
lot to unpack here.
Yes. The other thing I think, why don't cars have compasses in them? I would love if I just had like a thing on my dashboard telling me if I was facing like you know how you get like a
Yeah.
spinny compass sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know if
Like-
it's necessary
But then I could be
Yeah.
like, I guess because
because the road you have no control over which direction you go anyway. You just have
yeah,
control
but then
over
you
what
know
roads you
which
pick.
way you're going. You're like, because the dumbest thing to me, I feel like, is where you're like driving in a city and you don't know where you are. It never causes a problem for me, but I'm like, that's kind of dumb. And then you turn on your Google Maps or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's like, go north. And you're like, what?
yeah. Okay, that is yeah.
Yeah.
When they're like, take the northwest exit, and you're like, this isn't the 1800s. I don't have a
look-
compass in my back pocket.
You could have a space clock right in your car if they put it in there. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Tesla.
Look, I don't see the appeal because like once you are, like if you were braving the wilds,
Yeah.
then yeah.
Yeah, right.
But in this day and age,
I
you
just want
literally, you can't go off the road.
Yeah.
It's like you just sort of choose the road you go on, and it doesn't matter whether it's west, northwest divided by 2 degrees. on the
Technically,
compass.
it's west northwest.
Well,
I think it's
my
west
space clock works different.
Oh no!
I've got a digital space clock.
Damn. I can't read analog space clocks.
That reminds me of a quote, those stupid Facebook quotes.
Yeah.
That actually was like kind of cool. How was it like if pictures are the way we decorate space. Oh no, if art is the way we decorate space, then music is the way we decorate time.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa,
Whoa.
that's cool. That's sort of on like the same wavelength as the space clock thing.
Huh.
So what do you think about that? Do you think that's true?
Do you think there's a time clock? Wait.
Wait, yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
I said that 100% meaning like I meant that.
wasn't a slip of the tongue. You were like, there's a time clock, guys.
Guys, I got a clock. It tells the time.
Time is kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
It always breaks my head when I think about like outer space, not space.
Yeah.
Is in the dimension.
Yeah, like the
third dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, all dimensions
Yeah.
in. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but like time genuinely hurts my head when you think about like it's so relative. Like,
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do this thing where I'll try and guess where the song I'm listening to is going to be when I get to a certain point on the road. Like if there's like a driveway in front of me, I'm like, I think it's gonna say the chorus is like gonna be started by then. And all the time I get it wrong. It's just so hard to tell for some reason. I don't know. It might need just practice or something, but I don't know.
To master the art.
Yeah. Time's a weird thing.
Of song time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, how does it
work?
Yeah.
Who did it?
Like, there's no such thing as like a universal time.
Yeah.
Like space
of
time.
Relativity or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Like, how you can. Like, there's no. Like, you still age the same.
Yeah.
But a year. Yeah.
Like, this could be slow. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we don't know because our brains are living in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I know what you're saying. It's just like, I think about the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Different topic. Like colors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's no way of knowing if you see anything, the world anything remotely the same that anybody else does.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day too. I feel like when we're growing up, no one puts an exact border on what is purple and what's blue, you know? Like no one there's no designated, oh, this is purple now or this is violet now.
Yeah.
This is blue now. We just know that's blue.
Yeah.
That's purple, that's violet.
The thing that breaks my head is like there's no way of knowing. Like we all know this is like blue green, I guess. That was a bad example. I don't know.
Pink.
Yeah, that's pink, right?
Yep.
But we have no way of knowing if we're seeing the same color.
Yeah, because my color wheel could just be rotated to yours.
Yeah, because we know, like, that's pink, but it could actually be someone else's like color that I can't even see.
Yeah,
and that freaks me out too.
I've always wanted to know what like ultraviolet colors look like. You know?
Yeah,
and like infrared or
like
whatever.
all those weird animals that can see all that stuff.
Like the mantis shrimp with like 3 pupils in each eye or something like that can see like 100 times the colors a human can or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but it's kind of crazy.
You physically cannot like comprehend what that's like.
You can't
like
just imagine a new color. It's weird.
There's like a cap on our like brain.
Yeah.
Like where you just can't.
Yeah, it's like
make up a new color.
Mate.
You just can't.
No more. I think some people can see a little. Well, obviously, some people can see more color than others because people are colorblind. But I think some people can like see a bit more than the normal spectrum too. I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
But you just wouldn't have no idea.
Oh yeah, true. Oh no, wait, yeah, because you can like measure light in.
Yeah.
The light wavelengths or whatever to know when it's outside of the normal spectrum of human sight.
Oh yeah, true.
So yeah, I think people can see a little bit more and a little bit less sometimes, like in certain cases. But look, I'm no color clock. I don't know what to tell you.
Color blindness, though, right?
Yeah.
That is like the easiest thing to fake.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm colorblind.
Yeah. Like, okay. Like, I still don't believe my boss. He said, like, because he always, like, says all this stuff, and he's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, he's obviously joking.
Yeah.
And then when he first said it to me, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm colorblind. I was like, oh, yeah, haha. Same, double dab.
Yeah.
But then he's like, no, like for real. Like, because I was like, oh yeah, I don't believe him. And then other people were talking about it. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. He's not colorblind.
Yeah.
And then he told me like, no, I actually am. Like, I can't see blue or something. It's all grey.
Right.
And I'm like, oh. I still have doubts.
Yeah, you don't know.
I still have my doubts.
Maybe he's colorblind. Maybe
Yeah.
he's not.
That is sad though,
Yeah.
because that means your skies are grey all the time.
Uh,
Which I actually wouldn't mind, to be honest. I love rainy days.
blue sky's nice every once in a while to
Yeah. I only love the
bathe
grey
in.
because it's abnormal
yeah.
and I'm quirky.
So compass is a
Compass just got...
space clock.
Yeah, so have we answered that fundamental question?
Is a compass a space clock? Yes.
I think
If you-
fundamentally no.
I think you're an idiot.
I think
No way.
because a clock tells you the exact time,
Uh-huh.
right? A compass only tells you the direction of a pole,
So you're
North
saying
Pole. Like a GPS would be a space clock
GPS is a
because it
space
says
clock.
this is your exact positioning, like
Right.
latitude, longitude, whatever. It'd be
Okay.
like,
But is a GPS crafted with redstone in the middle?
that is true. I can't dispute that. You've got me. Compass is space clock.
We have it. Quick. Don't tell the scientists, they'll hate you.
Yeah. Top 10 things the scientists don't want you to know.
I think the flat earth is a space clock.
It's a sundial.
Yeah, that's how the flat earth works. There's just a big stick in the middle and the sun moves around it.
That's where we get
Wherever it's
night
shady,
from.
It's nighttime, idiot.
Read a book. Do some research.
I don't...
Do you want to talk about flat Earth?
Yeah, I guess. You got to at some point.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about it except it's stupid.
It just like it it reminds me of how dumb people can be.
Yeah.
You know? 'Cause like it's the sort of thing where you first see it and you're like, huh, that's a funny joke, you know.
Yeah.
That, like the joke being that's so that people could believe something so outrageous.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And you
Yeah.
think that it's like, oh, it's this inside joke of like people being like, oh, look at this outrageous thing. It's true. Ha ha ha. But then you realize they're serious.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you're like, I have never met someone as stupid as you.
Yeah, yeah. Where it's like, I feel like the worst thing about it is that it can, not that I'm a conspiracy theorist, but it can make people so much more skeptical on stuff that you should be skeptical about. You know what I mean?
Yes. It makes it so like if people like say, and the same thing with like anti-vaxxers and stuff, is
Yeah.
it just like dampens any real
Yeah,
like
concern.
concern
Yeah.
about anything. Like, say if like some random person was like, hey, this is a COVID vaccine, and it was just like some random syringe he found in a dumpster, and he was a doctor, and he had a random dumpster syringe, and it was like, this is a COVID vaccine. You can't be like, you found that syringe out of a dumpster, it might kill me, because
Well, I would
anti-vaxxers
be.
exist.
No, yeah, I see what you mean.
That's a really weirdly fetched example that doesn't really
as soon
make
as-
sense at all.
yeah.
But you get what I'm saying.
As soon as like something or some group gets labeled as like conspiracy,
yeah.
everybody automatically like puts that
Yeah. That's
on the same
that's
level as
stupid.
flat Earth.
Yeah.
sort of thing,
Yep.
which is actually kind of crazy because some conspiracy theories that have been like proven true. I think I've talked about this before
Yeah, maybe.
on the podcast. We had like I think I talked about MK Ultra, which
That's
was like
sleep experiments?
huh?
Sleep experiments?
I don't think so. Like there was like they were brainwashed people
With
yeah.
like LSD and stuff.
yeah, like in the 60s, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Like in like this Pentagon thing, which everybody it was like this big conspiracy, but then
Yeah.
it was actually
Yeah.
a thing. So then you're like, wow, you shouldn't be so closed-minded about all that stuff. And you got
Yeah.
those people like, the Earth is flat, and you're like, oh, I want to bash my head against a brick wall.
It's just it's annoying too, because like usually they're just so dense
Yeah.
that you can't prove them wrong. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're just
like they find.
they're just so
Yeah.
stubborn. I don't know.
Yeah. It is. There's no reason. I just don't understand.
Not that I've never met a flat earther.
Yeah, never in person, just from videos.
Yeah.
But like, I just don't understand the reason they
Yeah.
think that anybody has.
Yeah.
Like, there's like, what's the nefarious plan?
Yeah.
What's everybody gaining
By
from
saying-
convincing everyone the Earth is round? There's nothing.
No.
Like every source from anyone reputable, like ever, is the Earth is round. There's actual pictures.
Yeah. It's,
Like
exactly. There's no reason.
there's
for
no
us to say
reason for
it's
someone
round.
like there's no like power
unless it's like a funny prank.
Yeah. Like, what do you think when it was the first time your first time in space? Look at the window; it's just like a flat disc. And we're like, "Oh, we pranked you. You've been pranked by the prank patrol." Like, there's no reason for everybody to be on the same page,
Yeah.
lying to the masses.
Yeah.
Anyway, like with like the moon landing,
Yeah.
at least there's a motive.
There's a reason to fake that.
Yeah, because like the US wants to beat Russia. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the motive.
Not saying the moon landing's fake.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that at least that
Just
conspiracy
wanna
has
put
a
that out
motive.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I'm like, okay, this is why people believe this, because they're like, oh, Russia actually, yeah, whatever.
Like moon landing deniers still stupid.
Yeah,
Less stupid than flat earthers.
definitely less stupid than flat
Yeah.
earthers. But yeah, like no one, yeah. I just don't get it.
Don't get it. Makes no sense. What was your last topic?
Oh, topic. Marriage.
How's that going for you?
It's good. Nothing changed very much. It's really good. she's in the other room. It sucks, guys. Help me out. But no, like getting married was kind of a weird experience for me, because I, like Sarah, like a normal person, stressed about the wedding for like most of the year.
Uh-huh.
And then by the time she got to the wedding, she was fine. She was good. But me, I didn't really comprehend what was happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a stupid individual. When I proposed to Sarah, I wasn't thinking about a wedding. I was just thinking about being married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
And then everyone's asking, like, as soon as I proposed to Sarah, everyone was asking all these questions about the wedding. And I was like, I legit
can I come?
yeah, I legit haven't even thought about a wedding at all.
So annoying.
And I continued to not think about a wedding until the day of it.
Well,
Like, I woke up at like 6 a.m. on like my wedding day with like this insane, like, I was sick to the stomach. I had like this super tight chest. I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, I woke up and like a set bolt upright, trying to breathe. I had this like full on like panic attack thing.
yeah, I think that was literally a panic
Yeah,
attack.
I've never had one before. Like nothing like it. It was insane. It was so like, and then it doesn't sound like much, but like I had to drag myself to the beach. Like it was so hard to get me like out the door, because I think every stress that Sarah had through the whole year hit me at once on the day of, and it was just insane. I couldn't I was just like in a state, and then I just sort of like laid down in the surf for a while, the waves like washing over me. That was fun, but yeah, that was the first strange thing, but the wedding. But like as I mentioned in the first episode of the podcast of this season, 2020 was like the busiest year of my life, and so I just had this like, I was like just in the zone of just ticking off boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing it, and like the wedding was like my marker of like, after that, I'm done. And so I was just focusing on like getting the wedding done.
Yeah.
That I didn't even think about whether I'd enjoy it or not. And I distinctly remember I was like watching this random PewDiePie video where he like goes through his like Instagram or something.
Yeah.
Thing. And then he got to his wedding, and then he was like, oh, that was like the best day of my life. That was the best thing ever. And I was like, oh, kind of wish I thought more about this now. But like on the day, like halfway through it, I just like hit me. I was like, this is like the best day of my life. Like it was the sickest day ever. And then, but it's just kind of weird that I was just focusing on doing it.
Yeah.
And like halfway through the day, I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
Um,
It was, from a third party perspective, it was a good time.
yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
It was.
Yeah, that was weird.
That must have been so cool though to have like all your close friends in one
Yeah, I
place.
didn't even think about that. I just like looked around. I'm like, this is cracked.
Yeah.
As they say in the classics.
Yeah.
Cracked on the sticks.
In the classic English literature.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah.
And being married is epic.
Yeah.
We have a little den.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Sea Witch and Dr. Doot studio. He means
Yeah.
where he happens to live with his wife.
Yeah. We're just here to prepare it for the Sea Witch and Dr. Doot podcast. It's nothing other than that.
You can't
Don't worry.
record in some place without a homely vibe.
Yes. It's fact.
Otherwise it feels fake, manufactured.
A little bit like this envelope with my notes on it.
What's that say? Goat.
Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Just got.
Goat.
Yeah, so I actually have a fifth topic.
What you do?
It's called goat.
What's with?
What do you think about goats?
Fact about goats. Weird eyes, man.
Oh, they do, yeah.
Like sideways slit looking things. Goats are the most alien like mammals, I swear. That's probably
Yeah,
not true.
I was going to say like
I'd say like the most alien like farm creature, maybe.
farm creature.
Yeah. It's
I
like
feel like pigs look pretty alien.
pigs
too.
are weird. What?
I think about this. I think I can't remember if I've talked about this or not. That lots of animals look super alien.
Yeah.
The only reason you don't think about it
Because you
is
see them
because
all the time.
You see them all
Like a
the time.
tapir. You know?
Oh
a tapir?
yeah. Those
It's
like weird.
just a pig with a trunk.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? Why does that exist?
Oh,
Who put that
people
here?
People are weird. Animals are weird.
People
That's what I
are
meant to
weird. Who the
say.
frick made all these animals?
Yeah, whose idea was that? Do you have anything else to talk about?
Goat.
Goat.
This one time, I was walking. I can't remember if it was home from primary school, but I was walking around the area of my primary school. I was walking past this yard with like this long grass and stuff, and something stood up like along the fence, and I was like, "Oh, it's a big dog." It was a goat, just in like the middle of town,
Yeah,
just in this
I
random house.
I had the same experience, like walking home from primary school. Like I got off the bus and walked past this house, and there was like 2 goats like tied to like a stake,
Oh,
just like eating their grass. I was like, whoa.
they actually did it. Like the whole lawnmower goat meme.
Oh yeah, I guess like
Yeah.
shorter.
Oh
I
no,
don't
no, how it's just like a goat. You put a goat in your
Yeah.
yard to eat the lawn. They actually
Yeah,
did it.
they actually did
It's
that.
crazy.
Yes, that's goat.
Goat. Tune in next week for more goat.
Oh yeah. Oh, the other thing we haven't talked about,
What?
Avatar, the
Avatar.
last Airbender.
Okay. I feel like we're just like destined to eternally disagree on this. So.
Yeah,
But
definitely
we can at least discuss it, I
for
guess.
entertainment value.
Yeah. Cue,
So-
skip, like, jump cut to this episode ending with me storming out.
Flipping the table and then taking your cactus and running.
Okay.
Yeah. So the point of contention is that everyone I've ever met in my life seems to think Avatar is the best thing to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just a way overrated kids show.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it.
That's pretty much the
Like-
disagreement here.
Yeah. It's not like I went into watching Avatar with like a desire to hate it. I
Yeah.
thought it was good. But I was just like, I do not get why everyone thinks it's that good.
Right.
Because I believe everyone thinks it's good because everyone saw it as a child. Was was like, this is awesome. And then they saw it again. Like, this is awesome because it's like nostalgia. I watched like 2 episodes as a kid. I don't care for it as a kid. And then I watched it like as an adult. And I'm like, this is just a kid's show.
Right.
You know?
Okay. What was I going to say? The first thing. Oh, yeah. So did you said you sat through all 3 seasons of it?
I think so. I think I got through
There-
season 3.
You left mid-season 3.
I think so. I
I
got fed up with it.
Yeah. Did you like watch it all at once? Or like
No, it was like over probably, I want to say like 2 months.
right, yeah.
I could watch
That's
like
normal.
an
watching a
episode
show
of
type
day,
thing. Yeah.
of a couple of episodes a day maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's the thing is, it's like the thing that really I think everyone likes Avatar for so much is I think from my memory, the character arcs. Yeah, the character arcs. And like what they call in shows power staging, I think. So it's like at the start you get this wimpy guy who's like the all round like funny comedic relief guy.
Is that
Soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like just cracking jokes the whole time.
Yeah.
And he's like weak. And
Yeah.
it's like a point that he tries to think he's strong and stuff and
Yeah.
be a warrior, but he's really just like
Lame.
because he can't do bending like everyone else.
Yeah.
Then you got there's a few characters that have really strong.
I love Uncle Iroh.
Yeah, Uncle
He's my
Iroh's
favorite.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like
Yeah, I
And
agree
then-
with that.
also Katara, she can like do one water bending trick and that's about it. And then of course Aang having air bending and that's it. Then by the end of the show, you got Sokka, who's actually like a very useful guy, like making sick plans and stuff. And he's like an expert swordsman. And it's like, that's sick. And he has a sword made from meteorite or something. I don't know. Anyway. And then you got like Katara, who's a waterbending master, who can do blood bending and like manipulate people's bodies. And then Aang, all 4 elements mastered or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, the idea is that the character like progression throughout the whole thing is like actually it's like well written, and that's why I think that's like the main draw to the show.
That's probably good.
Yeah.
But I found it was all taken away by like cheap kid humor.
Right.
I just hated it. Like that. For the only example I can think of, because I just erased it from my brain because I didn't like it, was I was in a part in the show where it was like they had to get to the Fire Nation before the solar eclipse or something that,
something
because
like
they were planning to take them down when they didn't have power.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. And so like they were like on this thing, like it was either life or death in the show, to get to the Fire Nation before this. And then Aang, like, while they're like stopping overnight, sees that these kids aren't getting a good education or something like that. And then he like stops for weeks to teach them. And then at the end of like the episode, it's like, no, this is a really good lesson that you should always value your education over everything. And I was like, this is just filth. This is just childish filth. I hate this. Like that was like the last episode they're telling me if they don't get there in time, everyone's dead. And then the next episode they're like taking a episodic break of like over Aang teaching all these random kids that he met that episode, and like putting the entire universe in danger. I'm like, I just can't. Like the suspension of belief, for me just wasn't there. Like
I see.
It's like it's the same thing that happened to me in the sequels of Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's like you can believe everything that happens in Star Wars because it's like it's bound that on one level it's crazy space wizards, but like it's everything is bound in the laws of that universe. Like you get why stuff is happening, and then in the sequels
they just start
throw it
adding
away.
crap. They're like she can fly now.
Yeah. Oh, Leia, by the way, has Force.
Guess what? Healing powers.
Yeah, exactly. And then like, oh yeah, Rey, she can just pick up lightsaber and do all the stuff that everyone trained
Yeah.
for years. Like,
Oh,
which
it's so
which
stupid.
sort of like adding all that stuff just takes away from everything.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like that's sort of what happened when it's like, oh yeah, their characters are cool, but there's so much just like childish humor, which like yeah, it's a kids show, whatever. But then like just like the childish like morals like have like at the end of every episode you've got to have like, oh yeah, kids, this is why you need to value schooling, and I'm just like, what am I watching? Like it like sitting through that without the nostalgia, I was just like, why am I watching this? But it was still a good show.
yeah.
Like
See,
I still think fundamentally it's a good show for kids.
that you think.
But I just think it's so overhyped.
Right.
As like people think it's like such a good show, but it's not. It's like it's an alright show. It's a good show. But it's still got like massive flaws to me.
Right.
And like as from an adult's point of view. And that but no one sees it because they're blinded by love for it.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll just eternally disagree. This is going. It's not going to. Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I was gonna say something about that. Yeah. I feel like it being a kid show for me doesn't subtract from the enjoyment of it at all, because I'm like, I still dig it, you know. But the like all the humor and stuff, I feel like. I don't know. It doesn't take away from it for me. I still enjoy all the aspects of it. Trying to think if there's anything that I actually didn't like. But that episode, I want to, like, it's not fresh enough in my mind to remember exactly
not really
what it
for
was
me
like.
either. But
yeah.
I just remember being so mad about it, and then Sarah's trying to calm me and be like, "It gets good in the next season," and I'm like, "Well,
why am I here?
yeah." Like if that's why I never really like shows that people say, "Oh, you've got to watch it in the second season."
Yeah,
so I'm like, well, if it's not good in the first season, I'm not
don't
going
like
to
that
waste my
either.
life.
I was thinking about something related to this on the way over. Have you seen The Office?
No.
Okay. Thing
Sarah
is,
keeps begging me to watch it.
yeah, people will just watch it over and over again, right?
Yeah.
You hear about that.
Yeah.
How? The first season and the last like 3 seasons all suck. Literally, I couldn't watch any of those seasons, but all the seasons in the middle are chef's kiss, gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
But like, I don't get how people can just watch the whole thing over and over again. Because like, literally, I stopped watching the first season because I found it so unwatchable. Just because it's like, it does this thing where it just like relies completely on like cringe comedy.
Right.
So it's just like hard to watch awkward situations where like
long held silences, stuff like
yeah,
that.
like and like just really like, because the whole shtick of like at least the first season is Michael, the boss,
Yeah.
played by what's his name?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, he's just like this massive
Steve?
asshole. Steve Carell.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah. Steve Carell. I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, he's like this massive asshole, but he doesn't know it.
Yeah.
And that's like his whole character, I guess.
I've seen like bits and pieces.
Yeah. But it's really played up in season 1, and he's just like the biggest unredeemable guy. And you're just like, I hate just watching this guy make a fool of himself and just bully everyone without realize he's doing it. But then like, I think the showrunners realized that or whatever and fixed it by season 2. So season 2 through to like 8 or something is like just really good TV, and I get why people obsess over it so much, because there's this whole relationship thing with Jim and Pam
I've heard about this.
where you like,
Sarah says that they ruined it at the end, though. Is that right?
I don't know, I haven't watched the end because
okay.
I couldn't watch past like season 9 or something, because
Right.
I don't know if you want to call it spoilers, but it is spoiler, but if you want to, like, I don't know if The Office is the type of show you should worry about that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But Michael Scott, Steve Carell leaves the show, and then from there on it just gets bad, pretty much.
Well, like the main character.
Yeah.
It's not in like. written in the
He's not
script.
really the main character, but like
He's the most.
pretty much the most important character, because like the whole
Wait, so it's
a
not
lot
like
of-
written in the script, like the actual actor left.
Both.
Is that what you mean?
So, but like he
Oh,
left,
right.
but it wasn't on bad terms, so he just like he was
Oh,
written
okay.
out.
Right. Cool. Cool.
But yeah, after that, everyone pretty much agrees the show just gets a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like there's still a killer cast. Like you got Ed Helms and like what's Jim's actor's name? John
I don't know who any
Krasinski.
of them are.
Anyway, all still sick cast, but the show just like loses quality from that point. And I couldn't sit through the end of it because it's just like it's not good anymore. I don't get how people just watch the whole thing over and over again.
Well, yeah, I never understood how anyone could rewatch any TV shows.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
just don't do it. It's until the first series that I'm rewatching right now is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I think is actually better the second time around.
All right.
Just because of the type of show Brooklyn Nine-Nine is, because its comedy is all focused on characters.
Right.
Like it's not the jokes that are funny. Like if you look at the Brooklyn Nine-Nine script,
Yeah, you'd be
it would
like,
be
"That's
this
not funny."
sucks.
And I think that's why people say it's not funny, you know, when people
Yeah.
argue again. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because like I didn't like Brooklyn Nine-Nine the first time I saw it. I was like,
Right.
because you don't really like when you're expecting like jokes, like haha,
Yeah.
and then you just don't really.
But it's like the delivery.
Yeah.
and the-
Well, yeah, it's like knowing who the characters are makes
Yeah.
it funny.
Yeah.
Like Boyle, you've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Yeah.
Like Boyle, like fangirling over Jake all the time is like so funny when you like know his character.
Yeah.
But like when you don't, when he's just like, I'll come with you, Jakey.
Yeah.
or whatever.
From an outside perspective.
You're just like,
"That's
this
not-"
is not funny. Like you see
funny.
someone next to you like laughing, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I feel like that's the only show that I've seen. I don't watch much TV, so there's probably plenty of other shows that are better the second time around, but I just haven't bothered to.
Tell you
watch
what,
them.
I've rewatched about 4 times.
What's that?
It's because see, the thing is, it's a TV show technically, but there's like 10 episodes and they're 10 minutes long each. So it's basically just a movie,
Oh, yeah,
but in
right.
an episodic form. Is Over the Garden Wall. It's just like this cartoon set in like autumn. Like it's all kind of Halloween-y. And every October I'll watch the whole thing through because it's just like, it's got like this old-timey music and it's just like, it's a vibe.
It's a
As
vibe.
the kids say. I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
It's good. It's like,
Should watch it.
it's kind of, yeah, you should watch it. I don't know if you'd like it. You might like it, but it's good. It's good. It's like, it feels like a cup of tea, you know? It's like that. It warms my heart feeling. Yeah.
Very nice. Somehow we turned into like a TV critique
TV.
over the past 2 episodes.
Season 2, aka the TV season, where we talk
Yeah.
about every TV show ever. That's a promise.
We could talk about The Mandalorian next week.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've watched like the first episode.
Right. Of season 2.
Of season 2. Oh, you haven't seen any of it?
No, I've seen like the first 3 episodes or so.
Okay. You gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I after watching, was it number 8? Was that the really bad one of the mainline Star Wars?
Yeah. That's where it started to get bad.
Like where Leia is Mary Poppins.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I've been an avid Star Wars fan until that moment,
Yeah.
and then I was like, nah,
it's so bad because like Star Wars is tarnished in my brain.
Yeah, like
feel
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to see a TIE fighter and like
You're
get
like, "That's
aroused.
sick."
Yeah. And now I'm just like, ugh. Like it's slowly coming around where
Yeah, with the Mandalorian
Yeah.
and stuff.
where it's like what I'll say, we've already spoken enough about TV shows, but The Mandalorian is the tone of it is how all of Star Wars should have been handled. Like it's serious.
It's got that from what I've seen of it, it's got the Western vibe
Oh,
to it.
definitely.
And that's why I'm like, I want to
Yeah.
watch this because I'm the biggest. I love when Western and any other genre is mixed.
Collides. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Western.
Like
but, yeah.
you'd like. Here's the thing. You've said you've tried to get into anime before.
Yeah,
think.
I just couldn't.
You'd like Cowboy Bebop
I've heard of that.
because it's basically just a space western,
Oh, cool.
and it's like it's sick.
But yeah, it's just not afraid to take itself seriously and not cram in stupid
Yeah.
stuff in there.
Yeah. Where like the original Star Wars had jokes still, but they were
Yeah.
charming and
Yeah.
they weren't forced in, you know?
Yeah,
It was like,
exactly.
this is good.
And then and it still like upholds to all the laws of Star Wars.
Yeah.
And yeah, It's very cool. It's like new Star Wars, but done in the old tone. Like it's a completely
That's
new
good.
story.
I like that.
So I'd recommend it.
I'm gonna watch it.
Anyway.
Yeah.
This has been
The
Season 2,
Season
Episode
2,
2.
Episode 2.
In the second decade of the second millennia,
decade of
but the first year
first year
of the second decade
of the second decade of the
second millennia.
second millennia. Northwest
No.
on my space clock.
Thank you for tuning in.
To the Sea Witch and Doctor
Doot podcast.
That was good. That was a good one. We should make a song.